day 2. I'm so excited you're here. I hope you liked yesterday's Spark. We did a drawing of objects that represented who we are, sort of a creative selfie, but without our faces. And I thought it was a cool way to introduce ourselves to each other without necessarily showing who we are physically, but just showing, a little bit of who we are a little deeper than that. If you didn't like yesterday's Spark, what I would love you to do is go and try and replicate the same Spark with a different medium. The whole point of this course is to find the creative medium that really speaks to you, that you can go back to and you get excited about when you think about it, whether it's drawing or writing or painting or photography. We can't really go too much into music here, but really any of those things can spark that part of your brain that we're trying to achieve here. So I'd love to see what you guys who maybe don't count yourselves as drawing artists would do with that same task, maybe with a camera. So if you want to go share your creation over in the Facebook group, if you choose to do that, I would love to see that. But let's get into day 2. So today's quote is "Creativity is intelligence having fun" by Albert Einstein, which is absolutely true, right? So today we're going to be working with a camera. You can use your DSLR, your point and shoot, your phone on your camera, whatever you want to use that you're comfortable with. I don't want this to be a technological challenge for people. Go use what you already have and what you like, and then do your best to, again, share with the group. I'm hoping this becomes sort of like a creative support group, strictly about creating for fun and not creating for a business. So anyway, that's what I'm hoping this turns into, a place that you guys all feel comfortable sharing your cool stuff. I met a woman a couple weeks ago or months ago now, and she's a nurse, and she makes invitations, like little paper crafts, greeting cards and things like that. I had another nurse that I met, and she gravitated to photography. Both of them had such heavy, heavy days, and they had just been looking for something to lift their spirits at the end of the day and just sort of made them feel alive again. So that's what creativity and adding creativity to your life can do. So today's Spark is called J'adore, and it is, what do you adore? So that's what we're going to try and capture. Whether it be your child or your pet or your partner or your computer or your coffee, I want you to choose a subject that you want to share that you really truly love, and try and capture that love in the composition of the photo. I'm going to show you some examples. Excuse me. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with a photo that are more than just, your standard look at a subject, center it, and take a picture. This one, for instance, on the left side here with the eyelashes, and I mean, it's really getting super close to the subject, and you would never necessarily think to do that. But like, I know in my case, my daughter has like the most amazing eyes I've ever seen. I would totally do this with her. The other cool part is that they've been able to capture a reflection in the eyeball. Just really cool. The top right, we have, it looks like he's holding a mirror, and that is reflecting the woman, man, I'm not sure. But it's just a cool way of going about showing a person without necessarily like just sticking their face in front of a camera. Even the collage of photos underneath, the lighting, the composition, the angle, like look at that bridge picture in the bottom right. It's taken from such an interesting angle, and the way the wires are being presented in the photo look almost like they're dancing. It just puts a totally different spin on something you've probably seen a million times. So that's what you want to really try and focus on, creating something that's not expected. playing with tone. If you wanted to edit your photo with a filter or whatever, the top left is a good example of that. The top right photo is showing an extreme depth of field. So we have in the background the child that's all blurry, and the foreground is nice and, well, sort of sharp. But there's a lot of fun things you can do with depth of field. I would encourage you to try and do that. I know a lot of phone cameras don't let you do that, but if you have a manual camera, that's achievable. The child behind something is super cute. I mean, the expression on his face, the location of where he's at, don't necessarily have to put somebody in a standard position on a camera or in a photo. You can play with where they are in the frame of what the camera gives you, what the lens sees. So if you put them off center, if you change the angle, if maybe you turn the camera slightly. I love the right photo, the collage there. It's just so sweet. For me, it's showing us what this person loves about their little kitty. The tiny little nose, the little cute ear hairs on top of their ear, and the beautiful eyes, and then those sweet little whiskers. I just thought it was a really interesting composition, and not just putting your cat's face in front of the camera and taking a picture. So that's what I'd like you to try and do today. And then come over to Facebook and share if you please would. I'm so psyched to see what you guys create. I'd love to spark a conversation there about creation. What were your struggles? Again, if you hated yesterday's challenge and drawing is really not your thing and you just discovered that, then try yesterday's challenge with your camera instead. And then the last thing is, don't forget to have fun. That's what this is all about. This is not homework. This is not torture. This should be something that you absolutely love doing. So I hope at the end of 5 days you come into the group and say, I can't believe that I'm a writer. I had no idea I'm a writer, but man, I love writing and I can't wait to continue that. And that's my thing. Or, I had no idea that I loved watercolor so much. Whatever it is, I hope at the end of these 5 days, that's what you figure out. That something you connect with and it makes you feel great and you love doing it. So enjoy your second day, and I will see you over in the Facebook.